Welcome back, Humpers.
It
So
is
glad you're back.
88 degrees here in Austin, Texas. That's why I'm dressed like this.
Woo!
And it is so hot.
You look hot, but you know what isn't so hot? Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour ticket sales.
Oh, yeah. It's not looking good.
Turns out people don't want to shell out $950 to watch her ride a mechanical bull on stage with a glitter lasso and a 10K cowboy hat.
She doesn't look like a cowboy. She looks like she's on West 6th Street in Austin celebrating a bachelorette party.
We want to hear single ladies. We don't want to hear 16 carriages.
Yeah, it's like, and we've already heard single lady. Like she tried going on tour like 2 years ago and she canceled dates again, like in Pittsburgh. So it is surprising. Like nobody wants to hear Grammy award-winning artist Beyonce, who just won Album of the Year and Country of the Year.
Country album of the year?
Yeah, Country Album of the Year. It's almost
She could win a country of the year.
Country of the Year. She could.
Soon Jay-Z will buy that for her too.
So he's gonna have to keep buying her things to make her feel important. That shows that it didn't have that much of a cultural impact that people are saying it did. They're always like, "Oh, country is like it's a black thing. It's going back to her roots, going back to like black roots." It's just like I don't know any black person would think that. Like they like black roots is like jazz, blues, rock and roll.
Honestly, it doesn't even matter because Beyonce is just producing this like Dolly Parton fever dream. Like it's not, she's cosplaying country here.
Yeah.
Okay. Like it doesn't matter if black artists and the history of black artists have created country music. This just feels so inauthentic to her.
Yeah.
Like it's such a stretch. Nobody is enjoying it. And the album itself isn't really even country. Like you're telling me people aren't paying $950 to hear classic country hits like this?
I ain't in no gang, but I got shooters
and my personal new all-time favorite, this?
Yeah. Look at that horse. Look at that horse. Look at that.
There's been these memes online of all of these.
Yeah. Well, we did a reel on that, like 72 songwriters. That was 72 songwriters produced those two gems.
Yeah.
Worth every penny. Those were classics. But she's saying, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but she's saying that this is country music, actually black culture. But like that's like us saying, well, actually, basketball was invented by white Canadians.
Which is true.
It's true, but it's just like
that's a Canadian invention by white Canadians. Yeah. But like, it's been taken over.
Yeah.
It's been improved. But that's not to say that there aren't great white basketball players. Okay?
No, yeah, but they're not from North America.
As well as amazing black country artists. Shaboozey won.
Shaboozey, yeah.
Should have won. Many awards for
and Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah.
Darius Tucker.
Yeah. Rucker.
Great.
Yeah.
Rucker.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of options. But she's just like, I don't know. It feels like Jay-Z's just like, hey, everyone, look at my wife in assless chaps. Don't look over here at my Diddy allegations. Yeah. Like, it just feels like we actually looked it up and there's been like, so all of the Bayhive is like losing their minds being like, it's 95% sold out. That's not really the case when you take into account bots and this weird, multi-billionaire probably bought a ton of tickets. It's under the name Shmay P.
Shmay P.
I think he's got something to do with it. I honestly think this is not really a flex of like at a certain point, these celebrities are like so far removed from reality. Like they don't understand that they're like the people just shelled out money for her tour like a year ago, the Renaissance tour, when she was hopping onto the trend of like, oh, gay anthems in the club make money. Maybe I'll do that. Her last shape shifting.
Yeah. Now nobody's going to the club, so you can't make club songs anymore.
She's like, Nara Smith is trending. Everyone likes country music. I better do some country music. Like, anyway, it's all so like the reason we can't latch onto this stuff is because she's just one of the most overproduced artists. Our Reel went viral is pointing out that she had 72 writers behind this album, whereas every other album of the year artist had like 5 or less.
And I know, like, a lot of people are shitting on Billie Eilish. I'm not really the biggest Billie Eilish fan, but, like, listening to that album, like, she put a lot of work in that. Like, that is artists at work.
And it's just her and her brother.
Yeah, just her and her brother, and even watching behind the scenes of, like, how they made it and, like, how they, like, change a vocal note. And it's just, it was pretty cool. It's like, those are artists, and, like, that, what were you saying the theme was for that album?
Well, I think it was like a breakup and like it was a romantic relationship going through the different phases of the initial love phase, the birds of a feather phase, and then the breakup and the heartbreak and the moving on, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It told a story.
Yeah,
it was
and people
great.
can't relate to that at all. Like, that will not stand the test of time. Like, that will not.
Of course it will. And so, but with Billie Eilish, another great thing to point out here is like 2 writers, her and her brother. Beyonce 72. She wins album of the year, and her entire album for Cowboy Carter, Billie Eilish, her one song Birds of a Feather was streamed 10 million more times than Beyonce's entire new album. So it was bought. Honestly, I think the fact that she won those things is more of a flex of Jay-Z's credit card. These people, his Amex card I'm jealous of those points. I want those points. I seriously though, like, he is behind it all. She's so overproduced. It's so fake. It's coming through with these ticket sales now. People are seeing it. They're seeing the truth. And I think she's going to start to become more and more like J-Lo. It's just like, she has it all right now. Yeah. She has, the vocals, the dancing, the Illuminati membership. She should be selling out tours, but she's not, because everyone isn't convinced. They're over it. They're like, even her fans were like, about this album, but she didn't really manage to get new fans by crossing over into this new territory. Like, she alienated country fans. She was like, this is not a country album. This is a statement. And also, I don't know, there's like so many memes of like all these people kind of like good, hardworking Americans, like posting them like working on their farm to like a clip of her song being like, yeah, this is a banger. Country. I love country music, and it's like, it's just so obviously like so far removed from country music. Like, she had an opportunity had she taken this opportunity to like make a country album, feature a bunch of cool country artists that were like up and coming and trending, and like kind of insert herself into a new genre, I think, so kind of like what she did with her collab with the Dixie Chicks, I felt like that was much more successful. She would have actually, like way back in the day, she would have actually gained new fans. Yeah. But she not only alienated her fans, but alienated any chance of new fans, because she's not the embodiment of country. She is not humble. She is fake, wealth flexing constantly. It's just like this old idea of what celebrity is, and people are sick of it. Yeah. People, saved and saved and saved to go to her last concert 2 years ago and pay $950. They're like, let's give it a shot. Now they're eating like cereal with water, scrolling on TikTok, laughing at her, being like, you want another $950 from me? Are you serious, fish?
For these bangers?
Like, this is a charity walk. Like, you should be paying us to come.
Oh, man, that's so true. And it's like, they always say it's like, they try to make it a race thing, which is like, people are conceited. Like, it's so inauthentic to just blatant racism. It's like, if Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish, which is as corny as pop as you get, was embraced by the country community, and if Shaboozey, who is like, it kind of has like a pop feel to it, but it's like, still, everyone loves that song because it's just like, you can relate to it. Real. It's fun. It's real. And so it's just like, your stuff just seems so inauthentic. And then you're saying it's not a country album, and then you're saying it is a country album. It's like, I'm representing my black roots. And it's just like, it's bogus. And it's like, everyone's doing country now. Everyone's and she can't talk. Like, she might go down the J-Lo route where we think she's cringe, but J-Lo talks. She needs to talk in front of the camera because she's an actress. Yeah. But Beyonce's not allowed to talk. Yeah. She's not even allowed to, like, I think that might be the reason why she's not allowed collaborating with other country artists, is because Jay-Z controls who she can talk to.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, when she collaborated with, I don't know if it was Pitbull.
Jay-Z might be, like, Beyonce might be in a conservatorship with Jay-Z.
Yeah. Was it Pitbull or Sean Paul she did a song with?
Do you think though?
What? The conservatory? Oh, for sure. He controls all that stuff.
Jay-Z's Beyonce's in a conservatorship.
Wow,
all of
that's
these
true.
pop artists are just in a conservatorship.
Yeah, she's just not on drugs. Or maybe she is.
Could be.
Could
There
be.
has been, people did report that on the
Allegedly.
Renaissance tour, she was kind of a little bit less energetic, and people were like, well, she's old. She's a mom. She's going to slow down at some point.
Yeah.
But it's like, look at Madonna. No, she hasn't slowed down. No, but I do think, like, there's definitely been some claims about her looking a little bit loopy and getting through the day.
Oh, right. Because I remember there was a clip of her at a basketball game. She looked very loopy. At that basketball game. Oh, right. You're right. Oh, that's a good point. That is so true. Yeah, we'll put it up, that clip. But, yeah, he's just, like, in control of her. And I think the part... I've said it before, and I'm saying it again. How this tour goes is going to depend on what happens to Jay-Z with those allegations.
Yeah.
With those allegations, because what they do is they just smear you a little bit. They smear you a little bit, and then that's how they take you down. So
Let's talk about the allegations in case people don't know.
Okay, so the allegations are that
Jay-Z was partying with Diddy. Likes him young. Everything they're accusing Drake of is pretty much what he is. And Jay-Z's out there like, I wasn't at those orgies. I've never been involved in an orgy.
I'm not. Yeah, it's like he's best friends with R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein.
And I didn't eat pizza over the sink last night.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, he's so stupid.
Yeah.
He's in every photo, which he's like, this is my best friend.
You're my guy.
This guy.
Yo, R. Kelly.
This guy's awesome.
Yo, R. Kelly, you got wild last night. That was a wild party.
And also, like, all of these people are schmetophiles.
Yeah,
okay?
schmetties.
Or not even.
Ditties.
They're at least just trafficking people. Okay, they're all involved in trafficking.
Yeah, they're all involved
people.
in something. They're all involved in like just treating women like crap.
You
just
can.
thinking above it all.
The only reason we're seeing Diddy right now is because they're letting us.
Yeah, they're letting us.
There's a reason.
Because he can't make them. He doesn't make them any money anymore. There's no one under contract, and like this is how they do it. This is how they leak it. Because that video that came out with Diddy, where he kicked the girl in the hotel room.
Yeah. Or no, that Diddy or
Diddy.
Jay-Z?
Diddy. Where he's in his towel and he runs out.
Yeah. Like the blatant.
Well, that came out like 2 years ago, but that happened 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That happened 10 years ago. So what they're doing is they're slow dripping. Like, oh, look at this guy. He's a bad guy. He's a bad guy. They slow drip. They didn't do anything to him, but that means there's something coming. So then 2 years later, why it happened 10 years ago. You've been sitting, whoever released it, you've been sitting on this for 10 years.
Yeah.
And now you're releasing it. And then 2 years later, when they bust him for all that stuff, there's no like, oh, P. Diddy, it's just because he's black. And like, there's no one like supporting him because it's like, oh, we saw what you did. You slow dripped it until you got all that evidence until he can't make you money anymore.
Right.
And that's what's happened with Jay-Z. He had these allegations. He had that one allegation before the Lion King premiere that his daughter was supposed to go to. Right before that dropped, that was when the allegations of him doing something with someone that was underage, 14 years old. And there's a lot more allegations coming out, but that's the one they dropped. They slow dripped that one, so it's just in people's minds. It's not too bad of an allegation where it's just like he belongs in jail now.
Yeah.
There's not enough evidence, but it's like now it's in our minds. So when that big drop comes, when he can't make the money anymore, that's when they get him. And right now, the only thing that's making him money
is Beyonce.
But
And
if this tour
did well,
then he'd be a free man. Doesn't have anything to worry about. But right now, those ticket sales, because a lot of them are from scalpers. Scalpers will see that price. They saw what happened with Taylor Swift. They're rolling the dice because a lot of people resold those for some of them like $10,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
crazy what they sold those for. They're trying to do the same thing.
And they're like,
but these VIP tickets, they can't resell them. They can't offload. These scalpers are losing money off of this guy, and I think the scalpers could be him and his Amex card again, collecting those points, hoping that he can seem relevant. He's like, look at my wife and assless chops, and we're like, we're not buying your distraction, you creepy billionaire. Like, we're not buying it.
Yeah.
Literally, they're not purchasing any of it. And And yeah, the Grammy win, all of that. And I think like what's really happening here is just like a whirlwind of bad choices. I mean, like Beyonce just went on tour, right? Of course, he needs a distraction now. So that's why it's happening. But really, we needed like half a second to miss her, you know? Like you need to kind of go away. Like, you need to be like Rihanna. You need to go away and then you go, all you get is a lip gloss. I'll buy it. All you get is a lingerie line. I'll get it. And then, okay, here's an album again.
Yeah.
Yes. Here's a tour. Finally. But we're not getting that with Beyonce. We're getting absolutely slammed. Her, Blue Ivy, every freaking... And just, it's becoming more and more clear. It already has been for the last 10 years or so that she's just so manufactured. She's like this kind of like robot billionaire. She got in controversy for like wearing a Tiffany's blood diamond. And it's like, you're wearing a blood diamond made from like black children in mines, you billionaire. And then you're saying how you're the first black woman to ever wear this. Is like, that's kind of, it's just like the irony. It's hilarious.
As you keep getting whiter and whiter.
She gets whiter and whiter, puts on a Black Panther cosplay to like be like, what? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know why. And nobody pointed out that's like, why does it feel kind of like offensive or funny in my mind that she's just like wearing a Black Panther thing? Because it's just like, You've done nothing to give back. In fact, she's sabotaged so many black artists. She's on record like for sabotaging many other black artists.
Wow, that's crazy.
And so I just think that I don't know. It's just she's always had this kind of like robotic, perfect image, this kind of like manufactured. Yeah, you can't even see her. The only time you don't see behind the scenes anything, you just see this polished front, and she kind of is just like in this time and delusional like previous time of celebrity where it was like all about like wealth flexing and everything, and now it's like her audience is just like 16 carriages, bitch, I can't put together $16. And we're broke. We're broke. Just sing Halo, you hack.
Yeah.
You know, like we don't want this.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just, there's such a disconnect between the black Americans and just Americans in general, the class. Like people have to remember there's like, I think we're moving into a time where we're not convinced by this whole like racial dynamic. It's like, there are billionaires, and there are all sorts of colors. Yeah. And there are the people, and there are all sorts of colors.
That's true.
Right?
That is very true.
That's more where we're going.
Yeah, because like a black electrician can't relate to a black Disney executive.
Yeah.
Or a music executive.
Exactly.
Like it's like those are the black people on a monoglyph. It's
and
just
she
like
just
they're
continues to be like they're literally going out, like they don't need the money. No. These billionaires don't need the money. They just want 3 yachts because so-and-so has won.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. So they don't even need to go on tour. Yeah. He just wants it for status to be like, I'm still useful, Hollywood. Protect me, Hollywood. Yeah. It's not like I'm
the kingmaker. I'm the kingmaker. I still have all the power. We sit in the front of the Grammys. We have an extra seat here.
Kendrick wins.
No, that's
because I decided it.
That's another thing. So that is why they're pushing Kendrick so much. It's because he needs to prove that he can make other artists. So it's just like all you have is Beyonce. It's like, well, I'll make the next Drake, and not only that, but I'll put down Drake, and then I'll make Kendrick. And it's honestly, it's just like. Everything that they say everything Kendrick says that Drake is, Kendrick is, and Drake. Is
that just because you're Canadian? You're standing up for a Canadian
but
brother.
But Drake is what everyone thinks Kendrick is. Like Drake. Everyone says Kendrick is for the people, but no, Drake is for the people. He's raised millions of dollars for charity. They say, oh, Kendrick wants to build up the black culture. It's just like, no, Drake does. Drake has built up Future, Migos, A$AP Rocky, even Kendrick, and and even when they had, before this beef even like blew up, they were still beefing a little bit.
Yeah.
Drake to add an olive branch. He's like, hey, let's you, me, Cole, we'll do a song together. Let's just bury the hatchet. But then nope, Kendrick decided to go with the white guys at Universal Records and teamed up with them and Jay-Z to make a diss track against another black artist.
Yeah.
And now props to Drake. Everyone's shitting on Drake for suing those guys, but Drake is exposing how these white executives are putting black people against each other and trying to destroy the black community.
Right.
Like
that's true.
It's just like, yeah,
That's
it's just
true.
like you're pitting black people against each other. Now it's just like West Coast against like, like East Coast, Canada-wise, and it's just like,
Yeah.
and they're just putting them against each other, and it's just like ripping it apart, and that's what they want. They want this beef going on where it's just like, whose side are you on? And it's just like, Drake has had, like, probably the last almost 20 years has just been the soundtrack to every summer. Like, Kendrick has had one summer soundtrack, and it's basically he's just a TikTok star. It's just like people just doing TikToks to it. It'll be forgettable. I don't know. I think, but that's what Jay-Z has to do. He's like trying to build up Kendrick, and
well, he's latching himself to any last remaining
and
distraction.
also when he's accused, and Kendrick has that line, "Oh, Drake, I heard you like 'em young." Well, what about the two guys dabbing themselves up for propping you up at the Grammys, Jay-Z and Dr. Dre?
Right.
And how old was Beyonce when she met Jay-Z? And Dr. Dre got a 16-year-old girl pregnant. Everyone seems to forget about that.
Oh my God. They both went after 16-year-olds.
Yeah, they both
Beyonce
like
was
him young.
16.
Yes.
That's so true. They're such hypocrites.
Yes.
Billions.
They just want attention. They just want the attention, and she doesn't go. For someone that doesn't say anything, she doesn't go away. She's always there saying that she says something through publicists or through this or that. She has an opinion but never says her opinion. And it's just like, you can't reinvent yourself when you don't go away. You can't come out in your Black Panther outfit and then reinvent yourself as Cowboy Carter. That isn't reinvention. That's just a costume change.
That's a costume change.
It's ridiculous. So,
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the difference between Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift has these lyrics that, like, really...
That she wrote.
She wrote.
She didn't need 72. She needed 5 writers.
Really stays with people. It means a lot to her fans. That is like with Taylor Swift with the Eras tour, like that was an event.
Yeah.
Like people flew into cities, like they planned everything. They planned their outfits. Like people are still talking about it. It still means a lot to them. Like I've read all the posts that people have posted about it. It's just like they're all meaningful posts that people went to the concert. But with Beyonce's tour, it's just something to do the day of.
It's true.
Like people like, oh, look how low the tickets are, sales are. And they'll be like, oh, look how cheap this ticket is.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to go see Beyonce? It's $50.
And then they're gonna go there. They're gonna see a tumbleweed roll through an empty parking lot.
That'll fit Cowboy Carter. Missouri, Texas.
Yeah.
Tumbleweeds.
Exactly. And then they're gonna show up. She's gonna stick to her new stuff because she wants to shove it down our throats.
Yeah.
And we're all gonna be in the back just like, play single ladies, you hack.
Well, this is like this is how I don't think Beyonce. I think this is proof that she's always told what to do.
Yeah.
And there isn't much going on in there.
Yeah.
Is that on Christmas Day, there was on Netflix that game. She did the halftime show.
Yeah.
It was in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
And she goes, I can't find a better place to debut this song. And the first line is, in Houston, Texas, this ain't Texas. So it's not like it's not a song about Texas. This ain't Texas. This ain't Hold'em. You're saying it's not Texas.
Yeah.
But you're in Texas.
She should have just made a song called I Love Texas.
I love Texas. I love country.
It would have done a lot better.
I play the banjo.
So true. Well, we're not falling for this big distraction. Do you guys agree? Otherwise, it makes no sense.
No.
As an artist, these moves do not make sense.
Yeah, it was very fake. And one more thing, because my favorite is Chaperone.
Yeah.
One more thing, my favorite is Chaperone. She's doing a country song.
Yeah.
But they asked her, hey, why are you doing a country song? And she was in a podcast, so she was in a long form interview.
Yeah.
And she's like, you know what? I just thought I call myself the Midwest
Princess.
I call myself the Midwest Princess. And I just thought it'd be funny to do, as a lesbian, to do a country song.
Yeah.
And
she's from
that's
the
funny.
Midwest, too.
Yeah, I'm from the Midwest. I call myself the Midwest Princess. And I just thought it'd be funny just to just do a lesbian country song.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, that's an honest answer. That's not saying, well, lesbians created country.
Yeah.
There's a lot of lesbians.
and I'm doing something poetic. That's actually
Yeah.
so. I don't want to like keep going over at time, but like I know that's something that is like so true about Kendrick too. Is that he kind of is like they're both just like these like above it all,
judging.
like university professors giving a lecture
You
and like
can't
being
say
like
that.
you don't know, like I know or whatever. It's like Drake and Chapel or, you know, any of these others, they're just like having fun. Or even like Post Malone, that country album, like so much fun. And that's what country's about.
Yeah.
And so it just, I think we're over these like stuffy, convoluted,
That's true.
fake, wealth flexing celebrities.
Yeah.
Like the world's ending right now. Let's just like, we're on our what, like 15th, you know, recession at this point. Like, I don't know, of the year. Like it's... don't charge $950 for your shitty tour.
And with that, thank you for watching. Happy humping.
Subscribe.
Scott.